Humans aren't born out of laying around on their asses. We've been born out of conquering a world. We're the dominant species. We built all this. We're powerful and we're beautiful and we're ready to build the next level of civilization in God's plan. But you must stop bowing to those who want to make you a victim. You must become the victor. If you love God and you want to build a pro-human future, then you are an enemy of the New World Order and Satanism. They want us shut down because we have the Spirit. I'm jacked into the source. I know the secret, and I want to see you empowered. But you have to believe in yourself first. This is the truth, and everyone knows it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the situation regarding Austin Metcalf and Karmelo Anthony. Now, this is a really messed up story all the way around. What happened to Austin Metcalf is unconscionable. It was completely wrong. He was stabbed in the heart and killed in cold blood by a deranged psychopath. And the thing that's so heartbreaking about this, and it really is disappointing, is that yet again, the black community, the majority of them, are coming out to say, well, yeah, we support this guy. We have solidarity with this person. An absolutely staggering amount of the black community has come out to support him. I shouldn't say all, but it's a lot. And this guy has raised an unseemly amount of money. This guy, Karmelo Anthony, has raised over $400,000. And he's the one in the wrong. That is mental. The judge decided to lower the bond from $1 million to $250,000. And I mean, everywhere you look, there are defenses being made for this person, which is insane. There were witnesses there. This was not a case where Karmelo Anthony was in fear for his life, where he was genuinely threatened, that there was a tussle going down where this guy, Austin Metcalf, was just incensed. He's like, ugh, I'm going to choke you. No. Every eyewitness testimony says that he pushed him. Like, not a shove. It doesn't say he, like, full on shoved him to the ground and got up and put his fist in his face and said, look here, you better get out of here. No, it literally says that he like touched his arm. He's like, dude, get out of here. This is our team's tent. And Karmelo Anthony responded by putting his hand in his bag and threatened him with a knife and killed him. It's insane. And people in the black community support it. That's also insane. The judge lowered the bond. That's insane. Everywhere you look, this story is just a mind-bending experience of injustice.
Kid that stabbed the other kid for sitting in his seat just got released from jail. Karmelo Anthony, bond reduced. Meet the judge that reduced his bond. Was just released out on bond. Okay, here it is. This happened an hour ago. There he is. So he's out of jail now.
Why were you armed, Karmelo? Why were you armed at school? Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Stupid. Well, at least he's smart enough not to talk. Yeah, I think this is just going to be another example of something that makes racial differences in the U.S. worse. I think this judge bears a lot of responsibility for doing this. This was a huge mistake that she made for doing this. Now, where did they get the $250K? Well, people gave them the money, right? It's very disappointing to see it happen. The end result of this is that you're going to have further radicalization, further polarization. Karmelo is still going to go to jail for probably the rest of his life. Right. I mean, again, like if you stab somebody over a track meet, if the race roles were reversed, this would be a conversation that the country has to have about white supremacy, and people would be wanting this guy to have the death penalty, right?
Oh, 100%. 100. If the races were reversed, all of these black people that are showing this solidarity, yeah, you know, this guy didn't do anything wrong, in an instant, it would be the exact opposite. that he targeted this guy because he was black. He did this because he was black. This is a systemic problem. This kid needs to be killed to send a message to these white supremacists. Oh man, you can bet your bottom dollar that that would be the narrative, and 100% the media would run with it. The Democrats would run with it. Oh, absolutely. Which is disgusting. When you really think about it, there's a reason why Lady Liberty is blind. Justice is supposed to be blind. It shouldn't matter what race you are. If you did something that is absolutely unconscionable, if you did something that is egregious, that is against the social contract, you should be punished for it. It's that simple. The fact that we're having this conversation is nuts. The fact that this kid was able to raise $400,000, how much has the victim's family been able to raise? Think about this. This guy is likely going to go to jail for the rest of his life, but he's still going to be alive. Think about Austin Metcalf. Think about his family. Think about his younger brother. By the way, you want to talk about empathy. The left has no empathy. This kid, Austin Metcalf, his brother, watched his brother die. His brother died basically in his arms. Can you even begin to imagine that? This younger brother is going to go through life without his older brother. His entire life without his older brother because of this guy. And you tell me where the justice is that you have a community of people that are going out there to defend this. To defend what he did, to say, well, it was justified, that it was warranted, or, maybe they don't go that far, but they say, well, it was self-defense. Everyone knows it wasn't self-defense. It wasn't self-defense. All of these people on the left who are the staunchest advocate, the most staunch advocates of you never have a right to defend yourself. You never have a right to defend yourself. You never have a right. If there's an intruder who breaks into your home and is wielding a knife and they're just prowling around for stuff, and you say stop and they come at you and you shoot them, they'll still say that that person was innocent and, that person didn't deserve that. They'll make excuses for just about anyone except for innocent white Christian men. Then it's, well, they deserve it and there's these other factors. It is absolutely insane the way that these people work and the way that they operate and what they do and what they choose to do. And I don't think it should be accepted anymore. I think it should be identified and called out for what it is.
So yeah, I think this is purely destructive. It hurts everyone, and there's no benefit for it for anyone. He's still going to go to jail for the rest of his life. It's just going to radicalize white people and black people against each other. It's really sad.
It is sad. It's very sad all the way around. There's no winners in this. It's just unreal. But here's a comment. If you were defending George Zimmerman, Kyle Rittenhouse, or Derek Chauvin and now want Karmelo Anthony locked up, you are definitely a racist. I responded, if you are defending Karmelo Anthony and using unrelated events to make your point, you are definitely a low IQ race baiting retard. Yeah, I think my point is pretty succinct, pretty apt. That, by the way, George Zimmerman is Hispanic, Kyle Rittenhouse is white. I mean, Derek Chauvin, they just lump these things in together. They're not at all similar. They're not at all comparable. But they're like, oh, well, because these other things may have been self-defense, this cold-blooded murder then could be self-defense. No, that's not the way it works. And it's unreal that we're in this situation. And speaking of Rittenhouse, You know, Rittenhouse was in jail for like 3 months pre-trial. He had a $2 million bond. I mean, like, you can see that there is definitely a disparity in the way that people are being treated. And I think that people are going to be angry because there is the perception of injustice. From the black side, which is totally batshit and wrong, they perceive the injustice as, well, all these other people get off the hook when they kill people, they get off the hook. But when we kill people, we can't get off the hook. That's the way that they're seeing it, which is the most just absolutely brain rotted, low IQ, primitive way of looking at it, because each situation has different details, different facts, different things to consider, different contexts. But this kid, this kid, Carmelo Anthony, stabbed another kid at a track meet. I mean, there is no defense for this. There is no excuse for it. There's no rationalization. There is no justification. This was an unprovoked, cold-blooded killing. And I say unprovoked because Carmelo Anthony's life was not in danger. He was not in fear that his life was in danger because everyone else who was there, because this wasn't like some incident where they were alone and it's his word versus his word. No, there were people actually there. And so I'm very interested to see this trial and where it goes. But it's just disappointing that this situation has resulted in Carmelo Anthony's family raising $500,000 for legal defense, and apparently are moving into a new mansion, moving into a new home, buying cars. Look, we have a justice system for a reason. We have courts for a reason. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to go back to blood feuds. We don't want to go back to, oh, you killed one of ours, so we're going to kill one of yours. This is like medieval. This is well before the foundation of America. This is hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years old. This was a big thing in Ireland. I mean, this was a big thing in the Americas. Don't get me wrong. I mean, you know about the Red Dead Redemption, the second one. The whole thing was about this sort of thing, this sort of blood feud. Let's see, what was it called? The Hatfields and the McCoys. It says, the Hatfield-McCoy feud was a prolonged, violent conflict between two families in the Tug Valley of West Virginia and Kentucky, spanning the late 19th century. Yeah, so basically, these two families hated each other, escalated through multiple incidents, including land disputes, revenge killings, and the involvement of Confederate guerrillas. So basically, yeah, it's, oh, you did this, oh, we did this, oh, we did this. It's the escalation. So then you killed one of ours, oh, we killed 5 years. It's that escalating feud that we want to avoid, and that's what the legal system is for. To avoid that, to prevent that, so that the court can be the intermediary that is supposed to be fair. So I hope that the court does its job. I hope they don't give this kid special treatment. I hope that they go all in, and I hope that he spends at least a good number of years in jail, because this kid, Austin Metcalf, is never going to get his life back. And his family is going to have to live with that forever. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.